It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Strike Force detectives have had a breakthrough into the suspected abduction and murder of two Lake Macquarie teenagers 40 years ago. The Daily Telegraph reports detectives now have a new suspect in the abductions of Robin Hickey and Amanda Robinson at Belmont North and Swansea, 2 weeks apart in April 1979. A 58-year-old successful Gold Coast businessman who used to live in the Hunter Valley is under investigation. Police have also released a photo of a distinct 1970s green four-door Holden Torana. They say a car like this may have been used in the abductions, and they're appealing for anyone who may recollect the vehicle to contact Crime Stoppers. Residents and environmentalists say their push for a public meeting on plans to expand the Araring coal ash dam have fallen on deaf ears. The Independent Planning Commission has instead referred the matter direct to the Planning Department, saying there were insufficient submissions to warrant a public meeting. Fears the ash dam could burst during an earthquake forced the sudden closure of the Myuna Bay Sport and Recreation Centre in March. Residents have been seeking answers since then, and Joe Lynch from the Hunter Community Environment Centre says talk of now expanding the ash dam doesn't make sense.
The community aren't aware of any future plans for dealing with that. It's just another source of frustration, and it's kind of like, power station and the industry is being put before community interests, and it was really unfortunate and devastating for them. And so in light of that, we do really think that there should be a public meeting held.
Residents wanting to express their concerns are being urged to write to the Independent Planning Commission via its website. A Lake Macquarie police officer is nursing 3 stitches in his arm after he was allegedly stabbed by a teenager at Toronto. It's claimed the 15-year-old was behind the wheel of a stolen Subaru station wagon involved in a pursuit early Saturday morning. The car ended up crashing into a bollard at a reserve off Straight Drive. The teen ran from the car and was tackled to the ground by officers. Police say a knife hidden in the boy's T-shirt penetrated the bicep of a senior constable. The boy has been charged with several offences, including robbery while armed and assault police. A public vigil will be held tonight in Newcastle as part of a global push to end violence against women. The Gender Research Network at the University of Newcastle is organising a series of events as part of the 16 Days of Activism global campaign. The vigil will include musical and dance performances, as well as speeches from community organisations. The event kicks off with a minute's silence to remember victims, as well as 15 seconds of screaming as a wake-up call to say domestic violence is unacceptable. Associate Professor Trishna Pender says tonight's vigil starts from 6 at the Newcastle Museum.
So it's not just Newcastle that this is happening in. It happens all the way around the world at the same time every year. So that's why it's starting now. That's why everything's happening today, because it's a United Nations initiative that we're trying to get involved in.
2NURFM Sport.
Kiwi Scott McLaughlin is celebrating back-to-back Supercars Drivers' Championship wins after finishing 4th in the Newcastle 500. Jamie Whincup took the checkered flag from pole position for his second win in the event. McLaughlin had to overcome claims of cheating at Bathurst this year to claim the series.
When ships are down like Gold Coast after the crash there, we come back and we don't care what's been said, we just get on with it, and I'm going to be proud of it. Everyone, it's just effort equals results, and we showed it.
Jets W League coach Craig Dean says the side lacked composure during their 1-0 loss to the Wanderers on Friday night. Newcastle also lacked spark and attack thanks to a short turnaround from their round 1 draw with Melbourne City. However, Deans was impressed with their hard work in defence. They now turn their attention to Saturday's match against Canberra United, with the Jets A-League side taking on the Wanderers in a double header at McDonald Jones Stadium. And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 14, 45, 37, 7, 30 and 25, and the supplementaries are 6 and 34. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.